Hello there guys, welcome to this episode of This Is Pure Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving you my Smackdown review, my Smackdown rating, and if you haven't seen the past video, go and check it out. It's a Raw review, it's the same sort of style, so go and check that out first, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you can give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and maybe comment and interact with me down below with your opinions on Smackdown and Raw. Getting straight into it, I'll go straight into the bad points, get the depressing part over with, and then we'll go into the good points to leave it on a good note at the end of the video. Just wanted to let you guys know, down in the description box right below, there'll be links to my social media. If you haven't followed me already, please go ahead and follow me on there. There'll be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, and my Wrestling Amino username. Let's get straight into the video. Hope you enjoy this, guys. Now, starting off with the bad. Number one is a pretty bad point in my opinion. A lot of other people will disagree with me, but I feel that James Ellsworth is getting over way too easy and being pushed into that main event and given opportunities way too easy. He started off as a jobber on Raw and he's become pretty big and everyone loves him. I can understand why. He's got that sort of babyface gimmick. It's not that I hate him, it's like some of the moves he pulls off, it's like really, really good. For a jobber, that, well, a person that came in as a jobber, I thought he's done pretty well. But I just don't like the fact that he's been shoved into the main events as of late. And there's a lot of people on that roster that could have an opportunity. That's the only reason I put this as a bad point in my review. Going in at number two, Carmella screaming. Oh, it really agitates me. Her old gimmick at the moment is just annoying and stupid. But I know that's her gimmick. It's just, I don't personally like it. That's why it's a bad point on my list. But not only that, she just keeps attacking people, doesn't she? Like, Nikki just got the win today, which is a good point, and she just attacked her again and again and again. It's just getting really repetitive and boring. I hope you guys can understand that, because I'm sure there's probably a lot of other people out there that agree with me. Coming in at number three is the Spirit Squad. Now this, I just don't like these guys. They're pathetic and they're getting airtime on this show when there's a lot of other teams, tag teams that could be put on there. Now I know it's the whole story and I just feel like it's dragging. Personally, I just want them gone as soon as possible. Number four on my bad points. Smackdown Live promoting Raw's pay-per-view. Why? I'm fed up of hearing it as it is on the adverts and seeing it around all over social media. The three main events on Hell in a Cell, and Smackdown should stick to promoting their own. Raw should stick to promoting their own, and also then when it's a duo, both of them promote it. I think that's how it should work, to be honest. I don't think it's fair that they're promoting each other's because they're in competition. That's how it's supposed to be. Coming in at number five, I've seen Dean and AJ go at it so many times now. I just feel like it's getting repetitive. I think they just need to hurry up. After SummerSlam, I reckon they're going to move this feud on. I just personally, I love these two guys. I don't want them to be ruined in this feud. I just feel like it's being repeated. And I feel like they're putting a lot of fillers into this feud now, knowing that John Cena's not going to be there and be in the feud. I just think they're trying to find fillers. That's why James Ellsworth is being put into this feud. It's not all their faults. It's just that the WWE are a bit stuck at the moment with, obviously, Raw's pay-per-view. They had big break Smackdown between the two, and then they've got SummerSlam coming after, which is a while away. Now all the bad parts are out of the way, let's get straight into the good stuff. This is where the video starts to get fun. Coming at number one, I like the fact that Dean Ambrose is getting his comical side back. That gimmick really suited him really well, and he used to do it really well, but then when he got that championship, he went a bit cheesy in my opinion. I didn't really like him. The whole gimmick was a bit rushed. I felt like it was a bit, they was a bit confused about what way they was going with Dean Ambrose. I just didn't like the gimmick at the time when he was champion, and now he's chasing again. His gimmick is looking a lot better. His comical side of it is lately. On this episode especially, he made me really laugh. I did enjoy it. He was making me laugh with James Ellsworth on the promos. Number two of the good points, Kane is starting to get TV time and starting to look scary again. As of late, all the matches that he's had, he's really looking good. The fans are cheering him. He's starting to get over again. I think it's really good for Kane, because while Undertaker ain't here, they need someone else scary apart from Bray Wyatt. But I do think it's nice for Kane, and I do want to see Kane do a little bit better. And I want to see him get some momentum behind him and get into some good feuds, especially with this Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt feud. It's really, really good at the moment. On this SmackDown Live episode, I really enjoyed Kane, and I felt he was a big part of SmackDown. Going into number three, Bray Wyatt is finally getting shown on TV now and starting to get a bit of momentum behind him. The storylines, the whole character's coming back. This is what everyone has finally wanted, and we've finally gotten it. He's in a great feud at the moment. I'm enjoying the whole storyline between it, and both him and Kane are two of my favourite wrestlers. I really hope they continue to build the momentum of these guys and make them something really good again, because I love both of these characters and they've flopped with both of these in the past, and they can be really great people on SmackDown Live. And number four, Luke Harper is fitting into SmackDown so well. He looks so great. The last 2 weeks I've been like, wow, this guy's really good. I'm starting to see the old Luke Harper, the determination, the scariness of him. I just really loved, and this whole feud at the moment with the whole Wyatt thing and the Kane and Randy Orton, I just love the whole feud. I think Luke Harper's fitted him so well at SmackDown. I'm so glad he went to SmackDown from the beginning. When they were saying he was going to come back, I said SmackDown, please not Raw, because Braun Strowman needs to be on his own. I don't want them to put him in with Luke Harper. I'd rather him be on his own. Going into number 5, Randy Orton does not need Kane. Now, on this episode, it showed that Randy Orton RKO's Kane. And last week they stuck together. It's shown that Randy Orton does not need Kane. I don't think he's personally turning heel. I think it's a storyline where I know there was a promo of him talking about how he wants, if you can't beat him, join them. That's the famous line he said. I don't think Randy Orton's going heel, and I don't think he's going to join the Wyatts. I think he's joining them as mind games to play against Bray Wyatt, as they've already been doing. Now, another great point on SmackDown Live was that how good do the Ascension and the Hype Bros look? Now, these two tag teams came out of nowhere yet again. SmackDown Live giving opportunities to young stars, to people who haven't been given opportunities. The Ascension, the whole look, looks amazing. The whole promo that they cut on SmackDown Live, it was amazing. And the same with the Hype Bros. Now, personally, I think Mojo Rawley is underrated. I think he's really great. I think he runs that tag team. The whole gimmick of Mojo Rawley helps that tag team work. If it was just Zack Ryder and someone else, I don't think that tag team would work. I just think Mojo Rawley is hype. That's the whole gimmick. We don't get hype, we stay hyped. Now, this match was a qualifier for the SmackDown tag team, if you'd like to say, for Survivor Series. They're going to go against Raw with the tag teams. Now, it was nice for the Hype Bros to pick up a win. That was another good point. I do really like these guys. I do want these to build momentum. I do think, and I love their finisher. The Hype Rider, it's such a great finisher. It's so underrated. I do really like these guys. I hope they do well. And the same with the Ascension. It's a shame they got a loss, but their time's going to come in the future. I do think they're going to be really good on SmackDown Live, and they've got a lot of airtime coming their way. I think it was a great idea for Daniel Bryan to come up with this idea. The two veterans in the ring, Nikki Bella and Natalya, they was fighting for the SmackDown women's team, the captain of the team, should I say, for Survivor Series. Now, they're going to go against Raw, and I do believe Nikki Bella deserved this win. She done so well. Natalya done some really good stuff as well. I just find her getting a bit dull and a bit boring. She needs to get a new moveset, I feel. I like her gimmick. I think she's great as a heel or a face. Either way, I don't mind. But I do think she needs a new moveset. But Nikki Bella is continuing to please. She's just came back. Not only that, she's the longest Divas champion. You need her in your team. She's the captain of the SmackDown women's team on Survivor Series. I can't wait to see her on there. And I think she's been doing really good. Don't you just love that springboard kick Nikki Bella does? She jumps in the corner, springboards off and kicks him straight in the face. It could knock someone out clean. I love that move. I think it's very underrated. I think Nikki Bella's doing so much good now. And not only that, she pulled out an STF. John Cena's move, she pulled out on Natalya to get the win. It was a great win. I really loved the match. I just think the match was very good technically. Now, I think the Miz's mic work is really improving. I'm starting to enjoy it more. I'm starting to view more. And I'm starting to even laugh sometimes. I really like the Miz. I really like his whole character. He cut a great promo again. And I do think that he's starting to get his way back again. He's at the best point of his career right now, the same as Dolph Ziggler. Then you have Heath and Rhino come out to save the day yet again, like they did last week. They saved Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler and Heath and Rhino stick together, and they're going to go against these guys. But then there's a whole switch up. Miz wants to challenge Dolph in the future, but Dolph wants it right now, and then they come out, and it's all a mix up basically. But it ends up being the Spirit Squad versus Rhino and Heath for the tag team championships. They put them on the line. Heath and Rhino obviously win. It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. I do think having Dolph and Miz on the commentary was really clever. It was really fun to listen to and watch. Ain't Heath getting really good? That was another good point of mine. Heath is showing what he's finally all about. Some of the moves he's pulling off, he's finally not being shown as a joke. A joke in the Social Outcast was ridiculous. The whole story of Heath coming with Rhino, I loved it all. I think the whole gimmick's great. I love it all, and I'm so glad that Heath's on SmackDown Live and not on Raw at the moment. Now, another good point was, how good is Alexa Bliss on that microphone? How good is her heel character? I am amazed by some of her heel work. I think she's a great wrestler. I think she's a great heel. I couldn't see her as a face. I really couldn't. I really do believe they should stick her as a heel. I think she's doing great. I wouldn't mind her beating Becky, in my personal opinion. Becky is great. She deserved to win it. She deserved to win it in a good moment. I wanted her to have a WrestleMania moment, the same as Bayley, but I was fine with what they did. The first SmackDown Women's Champion, I don't mind Alexa winning it because she's also deserved it as of late. I do think she's starting to show. I know she's had a couple of losses to Naomi, but I do think Alexa Bliss has been holding off while Becky's not been there. I do think she's been the main thing, as well as Nikki Bella. In my personal opinion, they're my favourites. And not only that, in my personal opinion, I'm not hating on Becky. I sometimes find her gimmick a little bit cheesy, but that's the whole straight fire, the hypeness. I get it. I just sometimes struggle to listen to her promos, but I still get her promos, if you know what I mean. That's my personal opinion. I'm not hating on Becky. I really like Becky, and I'm glad that she's got the championship and she's held it finally. She's deserved it. She's been a great wrestler and a great addition for SmackDown Live especially. And the one good thing about this scene where Alexa was going at it with Becky, obviously Alexa interrupted Becky. Becky came out all hyped because she just came back from injury, and Alexa's interrupted before she could even speak. It was the whole heel thing. It was great. Alexa was tormenting Becky. Obviously they got into a fight, but before that, the whole promo work, it brought across the meaning of the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, whereas Raw didn't. Mick had to help the Raw women's get across. Now, I love Charlotte and I love Sasha, but this meant more, in my opinion. I felt that they brought across what they actually felt for this women's championship. They was going to fight. They was going to bring everything to the table in 2 weeks' time. And I do believe Alexa might win it, in my opinion. I do think they're going to make Alexa win it because she's been really good to SmackDown. Now, the final good point that I see on this SmackDown Live show was that how good was it seeing Dean and AJ going at it in a submission and technical match. The match in general was a really good match. I just want them to continue with something else later on because I feel that they're dragging it on a little bit. But the match in general was great. Dean was putting out submissions, AJ was putting out submissions, the moves they was doing. The only thing I think spoiled this match was that James Ellsworth was outside and got involved. So that was all my good points and my bad points. What do you guys think? Put it down in the comments below, your good and bad points. I'm going to give SmackDown a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think it was perfect. I don't think it was great. I think it was okay-ish, and they could have done a little bit better, but it wasn't a worse show. It was definitely better than Raw, and SmackDown always continue to please me and entertain me every week, whereas Raw struggle and put feuds together and rush things, whereas SmackDown take the time and effort to do the things that the fans want. As I said, guys, down in the comments below, put your SmackDown rating, your good and your bad points. Like the video if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. All my links to my social media will be in the description, as I said. I've been me, you've been you. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget, this is Pure Wrestling. Thanks very much, guys.